Welcome back to the channel. I am tired. I've just had a baby. Not me, personally. As you can see, look at my eyes. So that's an update on that. So the baby will be 2 weeks old tomorrow, but by the time you see this, I don't know when this is going to go out, this video. That's not my main update, obviously. That's like a good thing, and I'm sure that you're all right happy. I've never been so tired. 2 weeks of not sleeping the best, but I've been in work, trying to do my bit. This video isn't about that. I'm just going to give you an update on things. So we have had a difficult period, 3 months or so, 2-3 months of some van builds that we've had in taking a little bit longer or being a bit more of a project than we expected. So, like, for example, the Overlander, it was a bit more time consuming than we expected, which has ended up knocking us back at least a month on van builds. We've then had 2 other vans. One of them is about to leave today. One of them left last week. So we've had 3 vans pretty much, although this one's not left yet. Technically, by the time you see this, it'll have left, so shut up. We've had 3 vans leave in the space of 2 weeks, which is unknown for us. However, the reason why that's happened is because we've had a bit of a backlog. There's a few reasons for that. A lack of organisation on my part, or you could say that. Some people will just blame me for it, that's fine. But in reality, it was me trying something different, trying a different system. What happened is, about a year ago, things went mental here and we got booked up like a year in advance and that. And I was trying to... We'd had a few staff changes and that over last year. I think we've had 2 people leave. So we've had 2 people come and then 2 people leave. So I tried to organise something based on having that amount of staff, and then things took a bit of a daft turn like. So now we are trying to catch up on all that work. And obviously I've been in and out with the baby situation and that. So people are entitled to holidays as well, weirdly. It's annoying that staff are allowed holidays, but some staff have been taking holidays right when we're busy. Thanks, lads. Anyway, there's finally a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, and once this van goes out today, we can just sort of go. And I understand, by the way, I've got 2 customers that are waiting for their van, and I'm in constant contact with them. We are a little bit behind, and here's the thing, right? At least we're honest about it. You know what I mean? At least I'm telling you, I'm transparent as always. I tell you, good, bad, and the ugly. It's bad that we've got these customers waiting a little bit longer for the van. It isn't their fault. It isn't necessarily our fault. Again, you could blame me for it for trying something new that didn't work. But that's the way the company is. You know, again, I've said before, we're still a new company. We're still learning things. I've just been speaking to Lee this morning about some paint that we've got that is brilliant. Like the best paint we've ever used. And I sounded like Donald Trump then, didn't I? It's paint. Yeah. Anyway, he's never talked about paint. So we're still learning, we're still finding new things that are better than the thing we used before, and a better technique, and better this and better that, and we're constantly trying to learn and better ourselves and all that. And unfortunately, sometimes it means that we fall behind on some things, and we have fallen behind. However, yesterday we had a bit of a cancellation, or a customer sort of their life has changed, so they don't want the full van build anymore. They want just some jobs doing on a van. Shit, as far as like cash flow and that, money coming in and stuff, and to be fair, actually, I really want to do that van. I'll not tell you what van it was because I don't want to tell you. But it was a really good van, a van that we've wanted to work on for a while, and it would have been a really good van to do a full van build on. But the customers changed. Their life has changed, so they can't have that done anymore. It's a bit of a shit sandwich, I suppose, because it's good that we've now got some free space. or the workload has been taken off us a little bit. However, it's shit because we really want to do it, and also it still is revenue, isn't it? So we obviously want that. So that means we're still overbooked in a way. So that one not coming in sort of hasn't made a difference because we've got 2 more vans ready to come in anyways. So the one that's leaving today, once that's gone, we've got 2 that are midway through, but again, nowhere near enough progress on. I'll hold my hands up. Like, we should have made more progress than that, but because of the jobs like the Overlander and sort of this craft that we're doing, they've been way more time consuming. And when I say time consuming, there's unexpected things like we've never built an Overlander like that before, so we guess at how long it's going to take. And I guessed at 3 months, and it wasn't far off 3 months. However, I had to get Bruce and Spenny on, and I think even Ben worked on it at some point. Everybody's worked on the Overlander, so it's took people off other jobs, which is why we're in the situation. The Transit was beautiful. Hopefully you might have seen a van tour of it by now. The customer's really happy with it. The Overlander customers were blown away by it, really happy with it. Hopefully they'll comment below to tell you how happy they are with it. And then I'm sure that this Crafter customer is going to be happy with it as well. They've seen some progress pictures and they seem to enjoy it, enjoy the pictures. Anyway, back to the point. So we've had a cancellation, which has kind of given us a bit of breathing space. However, I wish it had just been postponed so we could do it later on in the year rather than sort of cancelling it all. If you're watching this, I still want to do it. It's not even about the money. I want to do the van. So once these 2 vans are done, we've got 2 more coming in. We've got another big project. In fact, I'll tell you, I've got a horse box outside that's been booked in for 6 months or so. Unfortunately, it isn't in very good condition, and the customer didn't quite understand how bad it was, I suppose, when they brought it to us. And I had to have a really awkward conversation, and say, I don't think it's viable to plough that much money into it. And we did originally say that it's the sides, basically. So the sides of the vehicle are a fiberglass layer, then plywood, then fiberglass, and the ply in the centre is just rotted. So it's obviously had a leak, and it's just absorbed all that water, and it's just all warped, and it's just flaking away, which is not ideal. And I did look into it. I did go online and find a company that literally sold side panels for vans. I didn't get a full price for it. However, it's not just that you can buy the thing, it's we've got to do it, and then we've got to guarantee it, and it might not work, and then how much money are you going to plough into it before you think, well, I should have just bought another vehicle. Anyway, that the customer's buying another vehicle now, which is a relief really, because it means that we've got something that is going to be a solid base to work from without having to do any structural building and repairs. So that horse box is coming in. That should be a nice project. And then we've got a smaller van, one of them Terranos or whatever they're called, the small tranny things, transit, you don't have to call them trannies anymore, are you? Small transits, not quite a micro camper, maybe a bit smaller than like a T5 size. That's a full project, which is going to be cool because we don't very often work on smaller vans like that, so it's going to be nice to see what we can do to it. The style that the customer wants is a style that we haven't done before. We've got a lot longer to do it because the customer isn't back in the country until August, so we've got a few months more than usual to try and hopefully experiment with some new things. And then we have a gap, but that should be August time. So if you want to book in for a full van build, we have got some space this year, and it's very unusual that we do have space. I think it's just that the beginning of the year I've booked too much in, and I should have just staggered it a bit more over the year. But anyway, that's an update on how things are. I will be filming a full van tour of this Crafter, hopefully today. The customer's picking up at 3. Still not done. It's still not done. It's there. It's just got to be put back together after we've took it apart to do bits and bobs. This project has been with us for a little bit longer than expected. Things changed a little bit. It was with us, and then they took it away for last year, I think. Then brought it back to us in January. And we've plodded along on it. We had to rip the entire van out as well. It was already a camper van. We had to rip it all out, get it back to bare bones, redo everything. And it is beautiful. And actually, we experimented in this one. We did the stainless steel shower tray in drain pipe grey of all colours. I can't even give you an example of it, to be honest. There's not any drain pipe in here. A little bit lighter than that colour. And then we did a stainless steel back of the shower, like a feature wall, but also had that powder coated drain pipe grey. Bit of a wild one, but it looks so good. And then we painted the cupboard doors drain pipe grey, and it sounds shit. I know. Hold on. We painted the cupboard doors drain pipe grey, and the contrast between the grey and the white looks so good. I'm almost inclined to say it's the best one we've done, but I say that about every van. But the grey and the white look so good together. So yeah, like I said, there'll be a full van tour of that, and we'll show it you. But it is a really nice looking van. Outside, it's got all the gear on it. It's a 4x4. It's got pop top on it. It's got Starlink on it. It's got wheel carriers and boxes on and big alloys and all that stuff. And then inside, it's just elegant. Bloody elegant. Which is a word I've never used to describe a van before. It's really nice. I'm just on with another project on an Iveco 4x4, which randomly has also been a camper van before, built by us. Then it was sold to somebody else. Then they brought it back for us to build it again and change the layout of it. So it's here again. So that actually, we've got 2 vans in that have been here before. The Iveco is a very complicated van in that it's got to tick a lot of boxes, and the customer's quite specific about all the things that she wants in the van. Trying to manage that, it's a bit awkward, but we've got 2 seating areas down at the back that you can make into a bed. Then it's got an electric bed that doesn't go all the way down. It goes down to a level so that you can still sit in the seating area and the bed will be there. And then when you want to put the bed out of the way, the bed will lift up and pop into the ceiling, and then you've got about just shy of 6 foot walking space to walk down the van and get out. So you can chuck the bed out of the way and still have the van quite open. So all day yesterday I worked on that, and I managed to get the electric bed in, which was a faff. And I was doing it on my own actually, because everybody was working on this crafter. I was doing that on my own, and I did shout and scream a few times, I'm not going to lie. But electric bed is in, and I will give you an update on that van. I'll probably make a vlog on that van at some point, but when it's done you'll see. The customer wants cladding in there as well, which is something that we've not done in years. Like, some of you old school members of this channel will know that we used to use that sort of shit black cladding thing in every van, and then all of a sudden nobody wanted it anymore. And it was strange because that's how we built vans for all this time, and then all of a sudden, I don't want that. I want plain walls. Oh, right, okay. So then every van we did was plain walls. And now this one's having cladding again. So again, this is going to be this is going to have 2 double beds, and then it's going to have a single bed in the front, which again is going to be something that we've not really done before. We've built beds in the front of vans, but where this one's going, it's different. So this is what, especially myself and Lee, this is what we really enjoy. We really enjoy these unusual projects. They do take a bit longer. They are a bit more testing on the brain and that, but one thing that we don't like here is a production line of the same shit every day. And again, the older viewers of this channel will know that in the earlier days, sort of 4 years ago up until about 2 years ago, there was a period where every van looked the same. And we do what the customer wants, but we're glad now that customers come to us and are like testing us and giving us, because it would just be boring if we're doing the same thing every day. We might as well just get a CNC machine and just go, yeah, we'll just do that. Just do that. Just chop that up and put that in there. But now we get to do so many. So if this ain't a begging for work video, by the way, if you've got an interesting project, if you've got a design in your head that you can't quite put into a van and you want somebody to do it, get in touch, because we are constantly trying to push ourselves and push this business into making every van better than the last, but also unique and have its own little touches in and all that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going now. I've got to actually do some work, because no wonder I'm behind on vans when I'm just sat here chatting for 16 minutes with you lot. But I just wanted to check in, because obviously I make a fair few videos and that, but I don't just give you updates on what's going on very often. I do a lot of moaning and a lot of ranting and that, and then we do a lot of van tour videos, but never just checking in and that. I hope you're all alright. I'm doing alright. I'm just tired. And I think I've got a bit of a throat thing as well. Yeah, I think I definitely got something coming on. It's been cold here. It's meant to pick up this. Oh, I'm just boring you now. Bye, Felicia.